Thank you for staying with us thus far. We have a special guest in the house, Jedediah Uduak Peters.
Uduak.
Yes, otherwise.
Uduak.
Oh, God.
Abi?
Uduak.
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 Okay. Otherwise known as Tito the Fire.
Yes, ma'am.
Please, can you just take me through how Jedediah Uduak becomes Tito?
So I was born Jedediah Uduak Tones, and then when I started entertainment, I needed to do a show, then a music show, where we needed to have names different from our Nigerian names or native names. And then we came up, myself and Coco, you know, it was myself and AEME Pratt, so we had to come up with names that had a synergy, and that's where the Tito came from.
You just thought about Tito and that was it?
Yeah, I actually first heard it on, you know, a radio station. A little kid made a phone call on the show and, hi, my name is Tito, and I just caught it from there. So when this show was about to start, I felt like that's gonna be the new
Do you even know what
me.
Tito means? Bastard!
Yeah.
Well, it's likely that the name came from Bola Tito.
Yeah, well, Nigerian. Yeah.
That's the Nigerian origin.
Nigerian version.
Because there's one Tito Jackson.
Abroad. He said,
Yeah.
Yes.
it's a Nigerian radio station, right?
Yeah.
I told you.
Okay, Bola Tito. All right. So you burst into prominence in 2003 with Maje Kaja, which we
Yes,
saw
please.
earlier.
Yeah.
Now, so pardon me for asking, what's the background to that? Who were you going to jar with?
So I think that was the period where relationships, we were trying out. And then we had a hit, you know, I got hit in one. And that was like my recovery inspiration. So I was saying, don't let's fight, you know. And then it just turned out to be very
than
big
you
then,
thought.
yeah.
It was a hit, huh?
Oh, it was. I can attest to that because we played it a lot on radio. Still do.
Maje Kaja. Okay, well, don't let us quarrel.
Well,
Okay.
Tito, 2003 till now, it's quite some time. Something 18 years now?
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a lot of years gone. So, within then and now, what would you say have changed in music?
The sound has become, Nigeria here, the sound has become more professional. The quality of the mixing, the mastering back then, we are measuring, you know, with international standards. So the world is now paying attention to us more. And we don't have borders anymore to the music. You do it today, the next day it's heard all over the world. Unlike then, you did a song here, it takes a while before it travels to other places. So those are basically, and then of course the technology in terms of promotion, the style of promotion these days, social media, you know, you connect directly with the fans. So some of those.
Now, Maje Kaja was a lot more on radio. I mean, I remember, and I still do right now. Most certainly, the distance between Maje Kaja and Kokoro, is it Kokoro?
Kokoro. Yeah.
Okay, is quite a lot. What lessons would you say you have learned from promoting Maje Kaja that you are likely to deploy in Kokoro?
One of the key lessons is don't take breaks or long breaks.
That's because you took a break between 2000 and...
No, I actually had an album which I did release in 2019 that I featured. You know, I did a good number of songs on the One Kiss album. I featured Nice, I featured Walter Kellerman, Beanie Man. So between then and now, you know, that's a 3-year thereabout.
Okay.
What was happening in that hiatus?
Okay, so that period, the scene was changing a whole lot. And at that time, I also was trying to, rediscover my sound, and trying to get a direction for my sound, what I was going to do it. And that's when I came up with, okay, I'm going to call my own sound Ganta music. And Ganta is a fusion of, the Afro beat, a fusion of music with influences from Nigeria, Ghana, Liberia, and of course, Jamaica. The reason being, these are places I have passion and some connection with, and then I love music from those places.
So where did the name Ganta come from?
Ganta is a city in Liberia.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have their own peculiar dance? Because it's like every kind of music today has a peculiar kind of dance.
Yes, they have some. They're very percussive. So like here we have a lot of percussions, the gongo and the rest of it. They too have, a lot of percussion, and I love percussions in the music.
Okay. So do we have a peculiar dance for Ganta music?
Oh yeah.
Okay. You want to give us a sample? Seated?
Very funny.
I'm asking.
It's a traditional thing to kind of like, shake their...
Okay, that's Ganta.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Tito the fire.
Well, this is not going to go away very soon. Well, you went away for too long, and then that's where that was. That's how that has become. You have had some influences, and certainly something of relevance. What are some of these influences, and how have they influenced your music?
One of my major influences was growing up, my mom. Right, she was the first person who exposed me to music. She doesn't like to hear that I'm doing music, but she was the one who, while growing up, would say, they're going to play Don Williams on the radio. They'll play Michael Jackson. You press pause record. Once Michael Jackson's song starts playing, unpause it for me so that you can record the song. Then we didn't have a streaming and the rest of it. So while doing that, I started getting to know all the songs. And that was where the passion for singing came from. And then, of course, Afrobeat, Fela's music. Right now, Burna Boy, Whiskey, Thames, all artists who are working so hard just kind of shape the music. Influence, yeah.
But you featured Grammy Award winners, dancehall star Benny Man and Kellerman.
Walter, yeah.
Yeah, Walter Kellerman. Do you still have those relationships?
Oh, definitely. In June this year, India celebrated the World Yoga Day, and I got a call to be on the song. The song was, the Prime Minister selected artists from all over the world, from Namibia, from Nigeria. So I was the one who represented from Nigeria. Walter was, represent Walter and Lyra from South Africa. So it was from that relationship that, that connection came.
And how has it been? How did that influence what you do?
One thing I picked up from working with Walter is he had other things he had passion for, but at some point he left every other thing and put his energy. And within 5 years of focusing and saying this is what he wants to do, he won a Grammy Award.
Wow.
Yeah, and then his dedication, and then the humility, all of that, those things, when you see them, you just feel like, and then you get to understand also that it's a beautiful thing to do. I mean, to be a musician every day.
Okay, let's talk very quickly about Kokoro.
Yeah.
Because you said, I saw you call it Kokoro the other time.
Kokoro, yeah.
That's the peculiar thing about Yoruba language. Tell us about Kokoro.
So Kokoro is that story of frenemy situation that we face every day.
Kokoro Tonjefo.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So how did Uruak come? No, don't answer that one yet. Okay, so go on. so it's about frenemies.
Yeah.
This is an
experiences of-
Uduak who is giving us proverbs in Yoruba. Okay. All right. Tell us about Kokoro first, and tell us about how you are now giving us proverbs in Yoruba.
So this, you know, we all have experiences that sometimes touch you to the marrow. So I was trying to tell experiences that, you know, really test your spirit, you know. And then it questions a lot of things. It questions who you trust. It questions, you know, who's your close friend. So just trying to let people get into that. Look, we've all experienced this sometime.
Okay, now tell us about the proverb part.
Yeah, how it came.
It's
Sometimes I still sit down and think, how did this come? You know, it's
Okay,
just.
were you born in Lagos?
I was born in Ganta, Liberia.
But they don't speak Yoruba there.
They
so-
don't. Yeah, but
Good.
I schooled in Songwater. You know, went to, you know, all my schools were in the southwest. So more like I did Yoruba in WAEC, and I got. You don't want to know.
Credit.
No, I got a pass, or is it P or whatever?
Really?
Yeah, but you know that's a good. I tried.
Did you score same thing in ABB? Don't answer that.
Which he didn't do. Tito the Fire.
Yes.
Well, that's his stage name. His real name is Jedediah Uduak Peters. Thank you very much for being our artist of the week today.
It's a pleasure.
Oh, quickly, is there anything you're working on right now?
Oh yes, about to do a challenge. The Kokoro challenge just started.
Kokoro.
What's that
The
again?
Kokoro dance challenge. So Kokoro challenge, people send in a video, creative video. Either you do a dance video, you do a skit, a comedy skit that describes scenarios of frenemies, or you know anything creative you come up with. Do the dance, you know, tag me on my different pages at Tito the Fire, and then we post it. And then the winners, we select winners from, you know, all platforms. They get cash prizes, just, you know, fun thing for the fans.
Okay, so Tito the Fire challenge. Oh dear, how many are we
Kokoro
gonna have in
challenge.
a lifetime? What kind of challenge did you have in your? Thank you,
Good luck,
Jerry.
Tito.
Thank
you
you
very
very
much for
much.
coming. And so
Thank
that
you.
wraps up Sunrise for today. I'm Alera Edu, wishing you all the best. And don't forget, the coronavirus is still roaming around. Look after yourself.
And I'm Ayo Makinde. Have a wonderful weekend.